The BMW 5 Series. Now this is a car which combines comfort with sportiness. In fact, you can think of it as the automotive equivalent of a set of box fresh trainers. You see, this is the executive car that aims to please all the people all of the time, and that extends to the rear passengers. I mean, rear passengers, they're going to love it in the back of here because, well, there's lots of knee room and absolutely acres of headroom. This is a really good car for people over 6 foot here in the back. I think it's class leading in terms of the headroom. Slight problem that I do have though is that it's not so good for carrying 3 abreast in the back as the new Mercedes E-Class, and part of the reason for that is the seat's a little bit higher in the middle. So yeah, I'm still okay for headroom, but it's more the foot room because, well, you've got big transmission tunnels, so you have to straddle it and then your feet end up on the runners for the chair, so it's just not that comfy. But, you know, in the front, whether you're big or small, you're going to be really, really comfy in this 5 Series. Now, the design, yeah, it might not have quite the pizzazz of the new Mercedes E-Class, but when you look all around the cabin, you will not find one single piece of cheap feeling plastic like you will in the E-Class. It's really nice. I mean, storage is all right. For instance, you've got a decent sized glove box, there's enough room for all those DVDs there. But in other respects, it's a bit kind of short on cubby spaces. I can't fault the equipment though. Equipment is really good. So let's start off with the fact that you get Sat-Nav as standard. You also get leather seats and they're heated as standard. You get dual zone climate control, you get xenon headlamps. It's really, really good. And that's all on the SE model, so you don't need to spend extra on the higher trim levels. One thing I would spend extra on though is the upgraded professional Sat-Nav, because you get a wide screen, it's lovely. And then you've got BMW's Idrive System to control it all, and it's the slickest system on the market. And if you click on the right hand corner of the screen on the card, you can see our in-depth review of that and have a good look around this car's cabin. And you'll see that this design has stood the test of time, I think. And so is the exterior as well. I mean, this is a car which will certainly cut the mustard in the corporate car park, and it's got a decent sized boot as well. Now, the overall capacity is slightly less than, say, an Audi A6, but it's not that big a deal, and there's some things I like about it in the way that you've got, well, a very low load lip to lift stuff over. The shape isn't perfect though, so it can hamper loading just with the way that the wheel arches just intrude into the boot space slightly, but on the whole, yeah, it's a practical enough boot for most people. And if you want to see just how much stuff you can fit in this boot, click in the top right hand corner of the screen on the card to watch our practicality video, and you'll also be able to see how easy it is to fit a child seat in the back of this 5 Series and what happened when we tried to squeeze 3 people in the back seats.
For now though, here's 5 cool things about the BMW 5 Series.
In an accident, the bonnet pops up to reduce pedestrian head injuries. Internet connectivity allows you to do stuff like check your stocks online. Well, maybe I can afford this car now. The BMW phone app will help you find your car in a crowded car park. If you get Bluetooth Office, it will read out your emails to you while you're driving.
I'm a prince, and I have a business proposal for you.
Ooh, lucky me. If you brake hard enough, the windows will automatically close to keep you secure in the pending accident.
However, there are some annoying things about the 5 Series.
In manual models, the pedals are slightly offset, so you feel a bit twisted behind the wheel. Automatic emergency braking is an expensive option, so some people won't bother to fit it. Whoa, 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 whoa! Fold-down rear seats are optional. Whoever bought this car clearly didn't want to pay for them. All the door bins are really small for a car of this size. Lumbar support is an expensive option, even on the top spec model.
And that's the thing with this car, you'll end up spending more than you intended.
If you're buying a BMW 5 Series, there is one option you absolutely, positively have to fit, and that's the adaptive suspension. Now, I know it's quite expensive, but it's well worth it, because without it, the car suspension and the ride, it just never feels totally settled over bumps. Also, the car doesn't corner quite as well as you might expect a BMW to. But if you do have that optional suspension, you press a button and it can firm the suspension up so it feels nice and squat and taut through the corners with no body roll at all. And you can really exploit and enjoy that sporty rear-wheel drive chassis. And then when you're just cruising, you press it so it goes into comfort mode and it slackens everything off, and then it just glides over bumps in the road. Lovely. Now, apart from that one caveat, this BMW 5 Series is lovely to drive. So it's pretty quiet. The only thing that I do notice is you do get a bit of wind whistle whipped up at speed from those wing mirrors, and on the whole, yeah, it's probably not quite as serene to travel in as the new Mercedes E-Class. Another thing I noticed is that while visibility is generally very good, you do get a bit of a blind spot from that thick rear pillar, which is a bit of a pain when you're pulling out junctions and looking over your shoulder. If you want to see for yourself, click in the top right hand corner of the screen on the card to watch our 360-degree video. As for engines, well, they're all strong performers. If you want petrol power, just go for the 528i because it's got plenty of performance and it's reasonably economical for a petrol. But if it is economy you want, you need one of the 2-litre diesels, and it's best in the 520d because it can go from 0 to 60 in under 8 seconds and still return around 65 miles per gallon. Now the engine in this car is the storming 3-litre diesel, and that gives you decent economy and stellar performance. So 0 to 60 takes under 6 seconds, yet BMW says it will return around 54 miles per gallon. Though according to this trip computer, I'm doing around 37 miles per gallon. On the whole, the engine is really good when you're cruising, but when you put your foot down, it's just a little bit more noisy than the diesel engines you get in an Audi A6. Also, I don't think the manual gearbox you get on the 4-cylinder BMW 5 Series is as nice as the manual you get on the Audi once again. So just get the automatic because the 8-speed auto in this 5 Series is one of my favourite on the market. Okay then, so overall, what do I think of the BMW 5 Series? Well, it's not the best for carrying 3 in the back, and you have to spend extra on the optional adaptive suspension for it to drive as well as it can. But if you do, it's both fun and comfortable, plus it has a brilliant infotainment system. Now, if you click up there, you can see some more reviews and find out the best deal you can get on a new car at carwow.co.uk. Thanks for watching. If you click over there, you can watch our group test video between the BMW 5 Series, the new Mercedes E-Class and the Audi A6. And if you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it and subscribe to our channel. Now, did you spot the Easter egg in this video? It was the 5 DVD series in the 5 Series. Get it?